Our bioenergy project came about as a result of a combination of a number of situations, a number of factors that included and involved environmental concerns, the need to get a handle on our heating systems, issues that came to us from private industry, and so in the end, what we ended up with was a package which provided us with a sustainable wood resource in our county, provided an innovative heating system in our office and our buildings here. It allowed us the opportunity to handle effluent from a lagoon that normally would be dumped into a watercourse, which would end up in a lake. And it also will provide economic benefits to landowners in the future in the form of landowners who will be able to raise trees on woodlots and sell them. So there's economic gain, there's environmental gain, and it's all sustainable and all very practical. This idea didn't belong to any one person. It was actually a combination of people and conversations and contacts. So when we put down all of the things we wanted to do, they all seemed to dovetail together. And so in the end, it really wasn't one person's idea, it was a combination of people and objects that all fit together very well.
This project was kind of like shooting bats in the dark. From a municipal perspective, we were relatively the first on the block, and we had nobody to really follow or emulate. So we were going based on the expertise that we had been provided by people out of the public and private sectors. And to move forward, we needed to get first a bioenergy system, which was relatively easy to obtain, given the right factors and the right expertise. After that, we had to develop a silo, and that came relatively easy. We then had to get certain building permits required from the city of Camrose. And there was a little bit of hesitation at first because it was such a new concept. But in essence, all we were really doing was taking our current gas-fired burners that were, I guess, heating our radiant heat, and we were going to switch them over to a wood-fired burner. Once that was all in place, those permits came, relatively swift and easily. And after that, everything fell into place. The biggest concern that we had was really trying to figure out how to get the wood fuel into the silo. Because, like I said, this was the first in a municipal setting. We weren't self-sustained in that one of the projects we had seen was a furniture manufacturer, and he gathered all of his wood fuel from his own system, and it was just blown into a silo from there. We had to gather ours, bring it from outside sources, and then put it into the silo. So that was probably the biggest challenge. Our system is, heated water, radiant heat. And what has happened is we've changed over from 2 gas-fired burners to the single wood-fired boiler burner. So it's, one and the same. There really haven't been many hiccups or any surprises. As a matter of fact, once we did make the transition and changed over, nobody in the building was the wiser that we were now operating on wood-burning fuel versus natural gas fuel. Okay, in conjunction with our wood biomass boiler, the county has gone into another partnership with Canadian Wood Forest Services and developed a willow tree plantation. Our long-term goal is to use those willows as the wood fuel energy source. And we've selected willows because willows have like a 20 to 25 year lifespan. And our plan is to harvest them on a 3-year cycle, so we'll always have one crop coming up every year while one crop is being utilized as the fuel. What we have done is we've selected 4 varieties of willows out of the State University of New York's willow breeding program. And the clones that we have selected are ones that are very good to our soil conditions and climate area. Normally from a sewage lagoon, you have to disperse the effluent when you get to a maximum fulfillment rate. And what we do is we get a license from the province to dispose of that, or just basically put it into a floodplain, which is a creek. Now, what we are doing is we are utilizing that effluent on an ongoing basis to feed it to the willows. And what the willows do through phytoremediation is uptake and basically clean that effluent, so that by the time it gets down to the groundwater source, that effluent is now clean water.
Well, Camrose County is very, very excited about our biofuel project and our willow tree project that we've undertaken here. And I think I have two pieces of advice. The first one would be to take it slow. Make sure it's what you want, ask a lot of questions, find organizations that have done what you want to do, and find out what they had in terms of problems and the good things that happened with it. The second thing is to have a very good project manager. I know in our system here, we have many, many partners from our willow trees. There's about 20 different partners out there to the biofuel system. And the biofuel system is more than just putting the bio system down on a pad and turning it on. There's a whole bunch of other stuff with the silo, the concrete pad, the wood that goes into the silo, how you get the wood into the silo, and eventually turning the system on, plus all the troubleshooting after the system is turned on. And we were very fortunate here to have excellent staff that took the project and ran with it. And so I think that's the two main pieces of advice that I would give as Camrose County is to make sure and take your time and to have an excellent project manager to do what you need to do.